Next concept is called present time consciousness, major concept, violated by chiropractors all the time. They're not even aware of it. Here's what it's called. It's called present time consciousness, and you cannot violate it. Here's the formula that we're paying attention to in all marketing. This is the core of the formula. Need equals money times time divided by trust. Need equals money times time divided by trust. Those are the factors that you're trying to affect. If the perceived need is higher than the perceived obstacles of money or time, the patient moves forward. They come in, they accept care, whatever the move forward part is for you. In this case, it's accepting care, okay? So here's the concept. Wherever the patient is, I cannot violate this formula with that patient. In other words, when they're not even in the office yet, what's the only thing I can talk about? Get them, what is the need, time, and money to get them in the office? That's it. I can't talk about day 2, day 3, day 4, treatment plans, maintenance care, nothing. That's a total violation and paradigm shift. Total. And chiropractors don't even realize that. They're talking about maintenance care and the person hasn't even come in yet. You can't do that. So this formula, if they're outside, you can only address them to come in, need, time, and money just to come in. That's it. We can't talk about anything else. That's a paradigm shift. On day 1, the only goal on day 1 is to get them to day 2. So we cannot talk about need, time, or money past day 2. We're just going to ask to get them to one day 2. I'm only going to address need, time, and money to day 2. I'm not going to talk about day 3, day 4, treatment plans, maintenance care, none of that. And what you don't realize when you don't do this, you're magnifying the obstacles is what you're doing. When you violate what I'm covering right now, you're magnifying the obstacles and you don't even know it. It's called present time consciousness. In other words, I can't say the same thing about need, time, or money with the patient if it's a new patient, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, regular care or lifestyle care. I can't talk the same because all of them are in different cycles of the consumption phase. That's a total violation of where they're at. This gets violated all the time. Patients don't even start care. I mean, I hear chiropractors talking all the time, saying to potential patients how they can help them, maintenance care. The patient hasn't even come in yet. And of course, those patients never come in. So this formula is huge. To understand this formula and not violate this formula. You violate this formula, you're going to lose business. And it has to stay in this order. Need is always before money or time. We will not talk money or time before we've established need. So it's called present time consciousness. So what's the goal? What's the only thing I can talk about? And by the way, my staff is trained in this too. My staff knows how to put patients on hold. You know, if they're wherever the patient's at, and that patient asks anything past what we're getting ready to go, the staff knows not to violate present time consciousness and only stay with where that patient's at and their next step. So what's the only thing we want to talk about with need, time, or money with a new patient that hasn't come in yet? Day 1. We're not going to talk about anything else. Need, time, or money just to get them in. That's it. When they're in day 1, there's only one objective with need, time, or money. Day 2, that's it. We're only going to talk money or time or need to get to day 2. That's it. Day 2, we're going to ask for 3 treatment days, that day and 2 other days. So we're only going to talk about need, time, or money for that day and the next 2 days. That's it. Not treatment plans, not maintenance care, nothing. Day 4 is the report of findings that takes them through the 3 phases of healing that's benchmarked at every 12 visits re-exam. See, it starts spreading out. I can talk more as I go down the road. In the very beginning of the relationship, I can't do that. I can't do it because they don't have the foundation. They don't have the principles. That's not even where they're at. We don't even know if we can help them. And when they're out there, how can I start talking about treatment schedules and maintenance care when we don't even know what the problem is and if we can help them, see? So we've got to be a little more savvy about this and not just be yapping off just about need time or money wherever the patient's at. You got to go, well, where's this patient at in the cell cycle? Okay. At the end of day 4, they go into the lifestyle cell cycle. So then I can talk about need time or money relative to the lifestyle. So I've got the new patient. I can only talk about getting him in day 1 relative to time or money. Day 1, I can only talk about getting him to the next day for time or money. Day 2, I'm only going to talk about getting him for the next need time and money for the next 3 days. Day 4, we're going to talk about need time or money to take them through the 3 phases of healing. At the end of the 3 phases of healing, we're going to talk them into getting them to lifestyle care. We're not going to violate that. That's a paradigm shift, and you will lose patients.